What's going on, guys? So welcome back. We are today, I'm not even going to try to say it, it's the largest temple, I believe, in Korea, like South Korea was. So we're going to go in here, have a gander around and see what we got.
박규영이 하나?
So I did like a little bit of research on this place. It was built obviously a really long time ago. I've already forgot like when it was built. But it had like a big cultural significance with like the old kings and all their, I guess, like big deliberations would have been happening. All the big decisions were happening up in that main building up there. But what we're gonna do here, I believe we've just got to get a ticket. I think we can go in from there. I've got the missus up here at the moment. She's in the middle of trying to get our tickets. And we should be able to just pretty much rip straight into it, have a look, go from there. Okay, I just double checked it then. So this was built in 1395. That is a long time ago, man. You can't walk in here. 1395. As well as that, they had, like, it was real big for like historical or scientific advancements. So anything back in the day that they thought was going to be like big for the future or something that would help change, everything was happening in here. And there's like a main throne hall. The throne hall, I guess, is pretty much where everything happened, you know what I mean? Like, so the king sat, made the deliberations, whether, I don't know whether they're at war or anything like that, but you know what I mean? So from then they made the choice of what would happen and who was elected and all the big decisions that were being happening in South Korea at the time. So yeah, no, pretty cool. I dare say we will learn more along the way. It's just hard because I'm videoing on my phone, so I can't really just jump back into my phone and look and see because there's so much rich history in this place here that, yeah, I would not be able to tell at all. Oh, it's cold, man. I think it's like 2 degrees right now, which over here it's actually not too bad considering it was like -12 a few days before we actually got here, which is pretty rough. Coming up to the entrance. A load of it, man. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And you can go out and you can hire like these. You can see this gentleman, he's wearing a, I don't know what a butcher, I think it's like a henok or something like that. Essentially it's like the traditional clothing. So if you wear that, you don't actually pay admission fee. Yeah, see, look right here. If you've got a handbook, you can get straight in. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. I find it funny every time you use some sort of Korean language, they always spit it out because I don't think they're used to it. They have a good laugh, which is pretty cool. Here we go. I'll have a quick look at here. So this is the place that we're at right here. Mind if I butcher it, by Gyeongbokgung Palace. So yeah, look at that. Founded in 1395, 3 years after Joseon Dynasty was founded. Structure of the main royal palace was completed. Look, I won't read it all, but if you just want to, you can stop and have a look. Here's a bit of a timeline. Reconstructed again in 1867. And in 2010, they look like they started doing the restoration for it. So I just tripped over something. But yeah, we'll go in, we'll have a look and have a look around, I guess. Oh, look at all these. They kind of look like, what's that thing again? From like the big Roman place? I can't remember it. The Colosseum. And obviously here you have to be immensely respectful. Just being that once I get a cultural certificate for this place, it's not something I'm going to be out doing anything stupid in. That's damn sure. Man, look at that. Man, that's crazy. Man. Look at that, man. It's got like a sword and everything. I should ask him how much it is. I would have actually loved to get a nice kit. I might have, no, it's too late to go out now and have a look. Look at that. Well, I'm going to take a guess and say that's probably the main throne hall there. But even up there, you've got all the other temples, I believe, that surround this area. And you can actually go up to the mountain. On the other side, there's like a mountain. It wasn't something that they just randomly placed. It was built off, like feng shui or something like that. So it, what was it? Something about that, it pointed to a different way to where something about the lands and peace. I can't exactly remember. I don't really want to butcher it. But nonetheless, we are here. It seems like an obvious. Oh, sorry, sir. He's got the Korean fingers going on too. Yes, sir. I don't actually know how we get up here. I think we gotta go over this way. Yeah, have a look. Oh, well, people are walking from this way, so we'll jump over here because I want to get up into that main throne. That is sick. One of the guys that we were actually traveling with, he came here yesterday. He did a solo trip here, and the Korean Prime Minister and a few of his, I don't know if we call it MPs over here, were all with him, and they were like walking through this area here somewhere, going through waving to everybody and whatnot, which would have been so cool if we were here yesterday to be able to actually see that. That would have been something pretty cool. But nonetheless, like, look, we're still here. Who knows, we might even catch the fella having a walk through. But here we go, we'll go up into the thing now. So look at them. Beautiful dresses. Bring this up a bit. Holy moly. Oh wow. Bro, that is incredible. I don't know if you could see it, but I got a view from the inside then. That was absolute insanity. Holy. So I'm guessing this is the main throne hall here. I guess I think that's where the old kings would have sat. And all the big decisions for South Korea that led up until now came from in this room right here. That is incredible. And you just got to think of how old this stuff is. 1395. That's an incredible, that's like what, 700 plus years of this. Yeah, that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh, sorry. Oh. Running into everybody. Holy. Let me get like another little view over here as well, on this side. This is nuts. Not really too sure what this is here. I don't know, to me it looks like a big vase, but definitely won't be. But man, look at the architecture on the thing. Man, that is just, oh wow. So I just did another little quick bit of research. So this was burnt to the ground in, I think it was 1592. But when I was looking at that thing before and it said that they were starting to reconstruct it, it was left pretty much rubbles for like 200 and something years. Until it was started to get reconstructed, and obviously it is to what it is now. And it goes, it's not like a normal structure. It said something about Confucian or something like that. That's the way, that's the style of how it's built. And then when I was talking about the whole science, so a lot of the scientific innovations that were happening in that early era, everything would be happening in here. So this was kind of like the main area for people to go through and I guess like study new things. Which is, yeah, man, that's crazy, honestly. And then most of you, I think, a lot of that would have been gone from when everything got burnt down years ago. I'm not exactly sure when it was, but I remember reading something about a big science thing that got burnt down. And as well as something a symbolization for like the war and the stuff that they've been through and something like that. I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to go too deep into it. I didn't get to read too much. My me trying to like remember things and retain information is pretty shocking. But I'm gonna take a photo with this, and then we'll keep going for a walk around. But yeah, pretty cool so far. Okay, beautiful. Oh, sorry guys. Walking in the way of people's photos. So apparently, if you go around the side here, you can actually see dragons and stuff up on the roof, which would be pretty cool. We got here before. I don't know if it's because of all like the things around the outside, but it was really windy. But now we're in here, it's actually not too bad. Like, not as cold. Like, my nose is still a little bit, but it's actually not too bad to be honest with you. Oh, let's have a look up here. So apparently, yeah, you can see dragons. Oh my lord. So yeah, you can see up here. Look at all the dragons up there. They look like pure, actual real gold. That's really cool. Here we go. Ah, and I've stuffed it. You kind of got the idea of it. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Mommy.
That's so cool.
Mommy, go ahead.
Yeah, man. And there's like, looks like there's like another little temple over here. I know at the back over here, I believe it's like a museum, which I do want to go and have a look of. I feel like these little stairs that kind of go up into the window. I don't know if that was like a little room, or is it like a post for like the old soldiers, or I guess they're warriors, or I'm not really too sure what you call them actually. Like I said, when it comes to like this stuff, I'm all very much learning. But yeah, we can go down here, so we'll pop through here, have a look. Look at that mountain drop. Whoa. I'm not actually too sure what this is. So I'm guessing that was the main hall back there, obviously with the big throne that was inside of it. Like a tour guides and stuff. Man. See, this also looks like it's got a pretty big throne in it as well. Take a look. Yeah, there's definitely, I don't feel like this is the main hall, because that one over there was a lot bigger. Man, I couldn't imagine those seats were too comfortable sitting all there, not gonna lie to you. But same with like the roof, like look at all the roof tiling, man. I don't even know if that's tiling or what that actually is, but man, that's some incredible stuff. Anyway, so if we listen to this gentleman over here, he knows what he's talking about. So he said something about, I think this is like a servant area, so like he got reported every day from his servants. It would have been actually really good to do a tour with an actual guide to figure out what all this is. But I just kind of listened to him a little bit then. So whether this was like his, I don't know if like you had people who were kind of in charge of the army or like what, whether this was kind of where he sat, and then the front room was kind of where like the king sat. Not really too sure. That's what I mean, there's so much stuff here that you need to like scratch up on before I come here, but I just obviously didn't scratch up on it because I did a quick little chat GPT and then was on the horse. But a bunch of Japanese people here doing their thing as well. What do we got here? This is like a living quarters maybe? See if I think everything's got like written at the top there, but I can't really translate it while I'm using my phone video. But from what this looks like, oh, look at that. What is that? Like old books, man. Man, now they would be old. I'll see if I can get a good zoom up on that. Yeah, that's sick, man. Oh. Back down here. Glad I'm not wearing white shoes. They would not be too white after walking around here for an hour. That's for damn sure. But I do want to get some cool photos before I leave as well. Just get some cool shots. Got people over here doing that their little posing and stuff. Have a look. Okay, we got some more stuff. So we are again found in the living quarters. So the king and the queen had separate residences. Hall for the king, hall for the queen. The king continued working here, studying and discussing state affairs with his subjects. Yeah, give that a good read. If you want to pause that, give it a read. A lot of historical values in there again. Once again, telling you pretty much everything that was happening. Man. So yeah, these would be all the living quarters. So not too sure. It said so the king and the queen had separate quarters. I wonder if this being the big one was probably something for the king. Like you can imagine what this would have looked like a couple hundred years ago, back when they were in their heavy rain. Got all the wood doors hanging up here as well. Man. I just want to touch it. Touch it. That's cool. And then same with all the architecture on the roof. Man, brother. Go back down here. It's actually really big. So it's like almost like a bunch of different temples all in the one area. Or I guess it's not temple, it's a palace. That was stupid. That was dumb stupid. Oh, what? Don't want to interrupt their little photo session. They're doing their thing there, don't want to interrupt. Well, got another living quarters here. Not too sure what this is. Whether this was like a well or something, or I'm not really too sure actually. But let me go up again. I'll jump in here. Watch your head. So, we have another living area here, whether that's for the queen or the guards and all their subjects maybe. Holy, it just keeps going. The thing that this was all burnt to the ground for 200 years. Well, probably not completely to the ground, but like a lot of it was. It looks like another living quarters there, I'd say. But then, look over here. We got like another, look at the size of this. Oh, that's big. Oh, let me go over here. Let me have a look and see what this is. Oh. Palace, there's another palace back there. What is this though? Yeah, oh, nah, this looks insane. I would like to actually think that this would be the main living area. Because it has like, I think they're called like moats all the way around. And I think this is all actually, you can't actually go in here. So the fact that you can't go in there tells me that this has either a lot of historical value, same as the other ones, or that they are really, really trying to preserve this area. But then you can kind of look over here. Like the cement statues here as well. I think when we go, we'll have to go over there and get like a front onto this place. That's so sick. Oh. So we keep walking down here, so there's another, hello. So there's another palace. So, Gyeongchongung? the Hyunbokjeon Hall and the National Folk Museum of Korea. So around the right wharf, we walk down this way, and then hopefully we find an area. Look at it, got it's so cold here. It's all just ice. Not even water at this point. It's just ice. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Like I can imagine what this would look like in anything other than winter, where everything is just blossoming, blooming, whatever the word is for it. Oh, look at that. So that's that big building we were looking at before. So that's what I don't know if that's like a big hall area or that was like a big living quarters. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, but yeah, look at all of this. I'm so confused. At this point, I'm just kind of guessing. Yeah, at this point, I'm always just guessing what things are. Because, obviously, my information retainment is pretty horrible. How are you? Very cold.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Hi, I'm gonna appear in your content. Hi.
Hello. Hello, some lovely people. I forgot where I was even at. Where are we? Get back around over here, eh? So I'll go for a walk through. I think I'll have to refer back into the video. I'll have to double check, but I think it said that this was maybe the Queen's residence. I can't exactly remember it ready, man. It'll probably have it in here what it is, so we'll have a look. Oh, the ground is so soft. It's a little bit of water. Not a lot though. Go for a tread on that. Oh. Holy. So these are all like, I guess, living quarters. Look at the little like locks, man. Oh, well, it looks like a samurai so. Yeah. So this would be, I'd say, yeah, our living quarters here. Got like your little windows. Man. I mean, you have to be careful. Like, if you sound the thing, like, I'm not tall by any means, but I'd smack my head on that. And then, they got like fire extinguishers here. Yeah. Glad I didn't say what I was going to say then. All in here looks really, really cool too, so we'll jump in here and look. Oh, we'll pop down the back way here first, just to see what they've got. Because I think that big building that you can kind of see at the back of here is actually the museum. Oh, you can't even get into here anyway, so we'll have a look. We'll see. How are you? Oh yeah, you can get through over here as well. It's at the back of the building. Oh yeah? Oh, actually. Oh no. Just because it's got a thing that doesn't mean I can't go in. Hope I can go in here. Because I'm in here anyway. Not too sure what's on the other side of here, but we'll jump up the staircase so that will look. Oh yeah, I think you can get over there too. Not sure what that says. Oh. Oh, my shoes are not loving this at all. This building here that I was looking at, you can't even see in though. They got all the doors shut as well, so not too sure why. Must have. Oh look, it'll tell me what it is actually. It's got like a little sign up here. Let's go have a look. To actually see what it is. I can get it. So no, this was storage for like jars containing like fermented pastas and sauces and stuff. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder if they still have stuff in there, like from back in the day or anything like that. I can't really. If I can jump up here, have a look. I can get up on a bit of a hill. Might be able to see it from up here. Yeah, you can. Holy. Look, gotta keep it real with you. It is a pretty. Really can't see, but it kind of just looks like something I would have built up on a bit of Minecraft. Oh, look at all this. It's all this water is all ice. Oh yeah, let's go over and have a look. Ah, I instantly went. Nearly rolled myself down this hill here. That would have sucked. Oh, it's cold. We'll go over here, have a look, and then I think from then we pretty much walked around the most part. It's just kind of the museum, but we won't run through the museum just because I don't even think I've got the battery for that, to be honest with you. That's the one thing that I find real shit about using your phone is, one, you get the notifications popping up, which if you're watching this far in, I will be getting, when I get back to Australia, I will be getting an actual camera. Because as you can still see, the audio is still not fixed. I've got the DJI Mic Mini, but from what I've searched up, you need to actually go through and use the transmitter to be able to like make good audio. There's a whole other part up here too that I haven't seen. A little park area. But yeah, you need that for like good audio. And I can't really plug it in because I don't have an AUX cord to be able to do that. So you're just gonna have to wait until I can get back, and then I should be able to do a lot better audio, a lot better videos. It's a lot nicer in general, but have a look at this. I want to know what's up here. I think they're like more gates because we'll look. We'll go over here quickly, and then we'll get up over here and we'll finish the video up there. Because we've got over here, which I think that's just another little park area, and then over here looks kind of like a living quarter as well. So we'll get a little bit of a fast walk going up here. Duck's staying there any longer. That's going to become part of the ice. And then yeah, there you go. So the spring has been here since erected in 1395. All used for drinking water since it is clean and cold. The engraved well cover was made when. So I don't know, is that like the well cover there? Maybe. I think that might be the well cover they were looking at there. So no, if you like drinking water and stuff, which you think nowadays you wouldn't. That's the well cover there. Well, what's that? I don't know. But we're going in here. Oh. Damn. Another little temple area. This to me is definitely some sort of living quarters. But it did say the Queen was at the back, so this is probably that. Because obviously you go through and it'll come all the way around here. Look, they have like these little doors everywhere. You can kind of see in there a little bit. Oh, you kind of can't, but I can. They're like little walkways as well, and down here you got like little hatches. Oh, here we go. Oh, sweet. I don't know if this is like another entryway or what this is, but jump down here. We got a million kids. Hello, hello. That was weird. Strangers. Alligator of this. I swear that's the most Aussie word. It's like alligator of this, mate. It doesn't get any more Australian than that. If you don't know what gator means just have a look. Probably should have explained that like 5 videos ago. But we've got a, oh, it's a hall. Yes, okay. So this is where the Queen's residence is. So we were right. Probably the one thing I've only got right the whole time I've been here is built alongside the King's residence. Oh, this is also the place where she was assassinated by the Japanese. Oh, the 32nd year of the reign. Jesus, he had a good innings. But if you want to have a read of that, you can. They burnt her body and burnt the remains at the foot of Notting Hill. East of the residence. Later, a state funeral was granted after the remains were collected and placed in the palace. Present day Yongkong Palace. Damn. So I wonder where that is. I actually kind of wouldn't mind knowing where that is. So yeah, this is all the Queen's residence here, but this is where she got assassinated by the Japanese when they came through, killed her, and then burnt this place. Which is crazy to think. This is, of the historical values that this place would have would be incredible, man. Just, wow. That's what I thought, like, when I looked at it, it didn't look like something you just have your servants in or anything like that. Yeah, it's all kind of just the same stuff. I wouldn't mind knowing where that palace is. So here's the ruins of Jaya Soldani, something like that. I can't. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to pronounce anything too well. Which is what this is here. So this is the residence for the Crown Prince and Princess. Dismantled it. So these are all the ruins. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can go find that other palace. I might have already walked past it. It might have even been what was up the front there. And we've seen that big thing that you couldn't even go into in general. So that might have been where that palace is, and probably because the remains and whatnot are in there. But this is probably, if you made it this far, this is probably a selective video. I know a lot of people like going through history and stuff like that. But thanks for watching. It was pretty cool. It was pretty. Oh, there it goes. Pretty cool to go through and have a look at a bit of the history around the area. And yeah, otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one.